Well, I think that's the whole show.
It really is amazing. I haven't taken half of it in, you know.
Would you like to go over any of it again?
No, thank you, not now. I'm quite done up for this morning.
Tired of listening to sounds?
Yes, it's a fearful strain. I rather fancied myself because I can pronounce 24 distinct vowel sounds. But you're 130 beat me. I can tell a bit of difference between the most of them.
Oh, you hear no difference at first, but you keep on listening, and presently you'll find they're all as different as A from B. What's the matter?
A young woman wants to see you, sir.
A young woman? What does she want?
She says you'd be glad to see her when you know what she's come about. She's quite a common girl, sir. Very common indeed. I should have sent her away, only I thought perhaps you wanted her to talk into one of your machines. I hope I've not done wrong, sir, but really you do see such queer people sometimes.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Pierce. Has she an interesting accent?
Oh, something dreadful, sir, really. I don't know how you could take an interest in it.
Let's have her up. Show her up, Mrs. Pierce.
Very well, sir, it's for you to say.
There's rather a bit of luck. I'll show you how I make records. Besides her talking, then I'll take her down first in Bell's visible speech, then in broad rhetoric. Then we'll get her on a phonograph so you can turn her on as often as you like with the written transcript before you.
This is the young woman, sir.
Why, this is a girl I jotted down last night. She's no use. I got all the records I want of Lizzie Grove lingo, and I'm not going to waste another cylinder on it. Be off with you, I don't want you.
Don't you be so saucy. You ain't welcome for you. Did you tell him I come in a taxi?
Nonsense, girl. What do you think a gentleman like Mr. Higgins cares what you came in?
Hey, we are proud. I ain't about giving lessons, I don't say so. Well, I ain't come for any compliment. And if my money's not good enough, I can go elsewhere.
Good enough for what?
Good enough for you. Now you know, don't you? Come to take lessons. I haven't to pay for them too. Make no mistake.
Well, what do you expect me to say to you?
Well, if you was a gentleman, you might ask me to sit down, I think. Don't I tell you I'm bringing you business?
Pickering, shall we ask this baggage to sit down, or shall we throw her to the window?
Why won't be called baggage when I've offered to pay like any lady?
What is it you want, my girl?
Well, I want to be a lady in a flower shop instead of selling at the corner of Tottenham Court Road. But that won't take me unless I can speak more genteel. And A, Sally can teach me. Well, here I am, ready to pay, not asking for any favour, and E treats me as if I was dirt.
How can you be such a foolish, ignorant girl as to think you could afford to pay Mr. Higgins?
Why should I? My little lessons cost as well as you do, and I'm ready to pay.
How much?
Now you're talking. I thought you'd come up when you saw a chance of getting a big bag of what you chopped at me last night. Had a dropping, hadn't ya?
Sit down.
Oh, if you're gonna make a compromise.
Sit down.
Sit down, girl. Do as you're told.
Won't you sit down?
Don't mind if I do.
What's your name?
Liza Doolittle.
Eliza, Elizabeth, Betsy, and Bess went to the woods to get a bird's nest.
They found a nest with 4 eggs in it.
They took one apiece and left 3 in it.
Oh, don't be so silly.
You mustn't speak to the gentleman like that.
Why won't they speak sensible to
Come
me?
back to business. How much do you propose paying for the lessons?
Oh, I know what's right. A lady friend of mine gets French lessons for 18 pence an hour from a real French gentleman. Well, you wouldn't have the face to ask me the same for teaching me my own language as you would for French. So, I went off for more than a shilling. Take it or leave it.
Pickering. No. If you consider a shilling not as a simple shilling, but as a percentage of the girl's income, it comes out fully equivalent to 60 or 70 guineas from a millionaire.
How so?
Figure it out. A millionaire earns about £150 a day. She earns about half a crown. Now she offers me 2/5 of a day's income. 2/5 of a millionaire's income for a day is about £60. It's handsome. By George, it's enormous. It's the biggest offer I ever had.
£60? What are you talking about? I never
Hold
offered
your
you.
tongue.
Oh, I ain't got
Don't cry, you
£60.
silly girl. Nobody's going to touch your money. Sit down.
Somebody is going to touch you with a broomstick if you don't stop sniveling. Sit down.
One would think it was my father.
If I decide to teach you, I'll be worse than two fathers to you. Here,
What's this for?
to wipe your eyes. To wipe any part of your face that feels moist. Remember, that's your handkerchief and that's your sleeve. Don't mistake one for the other if you're going to be a lady.
It's no use talking to her like that, Mr. Higgins. She doesn't understand you. And besides, you're quite wrong. She doesn't do it that way at all.
Here! You give me that handkerchief. You gave it to me, not to you.
That's right, Mrs. Pierce. I think it's to be regarded as her property now.
Serve you right, Mr. Higgins.
Higgins, I'm interested. What about the ambassador's garden party? I'll say you're the greatest teacher alive if you can make that good. I'll bet you all the expenses of the experiment you can't do it. And I'll pay for the lessons.
Oh, you are real good. Thank you, Captain.
It's almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low. So horribly dirty.
You're certainly not going to turn her head with flattery, Higgins.
Oh, don't say that, sir. There's more ways than one in turning a girl's head. And nobody does it better than Mr. Higgins. Though he may not always mean it.
What is life but a series of follies, difficulties to find them to do? Never miss a chance, it doesn't come every day. So I shall make a duchess of this draggled tail gutter scribe. Yes, in 6 months. No, in 3 she has a gay and a quick tongue. I'll take her anywhere and pass her off as anything. We'll start today. Now, this moment, take away Miss Pierce and clean her off. Monkey Brown, if you won't come off any other way. Is there a good fire in the kitchen?
Yes, but...
Take off all her clothes and burn them. Bring a Whitney or someone to get her new ones. Wrap her in brown paper before they come.
Hey, you're no gentleman, you're not. To talk of such things. I'm a good girl, I am. I know the like of you, alright, dear.
You're not a living grove prudy here. You have to learn to behave like a duchess. Take away Miss Pierce. If she gives you any trouble, wallop her.
Hey! Well, call the police. I will.
But I've no place to put her.
Put her in the dustbin.
Oh, come, Higgins, be reasonable.
You must be reasonable, Mr. Higgins. Really, you must. You can't walk over everybody like this.
I walk over everybody. My dear Mrs. Pierce, my dear Pickering, I never had the slightest intention of walking over anybody. All I propose is that we be kind to this poor girl. We must help her to prepare and fit herself in her new station in life. If I did not express myself clearly, it was because I did not wish to hurt her delicacy or yours.
Well, did you ever hear anything like that, sir?
Never, Mrs. Pierce, never.
What's the matter?
Well, the matter is, sir, that you can't take up a girl like that as if you're picking up a pebble on the beach.
Why not?
Why not? But you don't even know her. What about her parents? She may be married.
There! It's a girl who properly says God. Married indeed. Don't you know a woman of that class looks a worn-out drudge of 50 a year after she's married?
Oh, marry
By
me.
George, Eliza, the streets will be strewn with the bodies of men shooting themselves for your sake before I've done with you.
Nonsense, sir. You mustn't speak like that to her.
I'm going away. He's off his chump. He is. I don't want no Brahmins teaching me.
Oh, indeed. I'm mad, am I? Oh, very well, Miss Pierce, you needn't order new clothes. Throw her out.
Ah! You got no right to touch me.
Now you see what comes of being saucy. Come with me.
I didn't want no clothes. Why want I taking them? I can buy me own clothes.
You're an ungrateful and wicked girl. This is my return for offering to take you out of the gutter and to dress you beautifully and to make a lady of you.
Stop, Mr. Higgins. I won't allow it. It's you that are wicked. Go home to your parents, girl, and tell them to take better care of you.
I ain't got no parents. They told me I was big enough to make me own living and turn me out.
Where's your mother?
I ain't got no mother. All that turned me out was my sick stepmother. But I done without them. I'm a good girl, I am.
Very well then. What is all the fuss about? She doesn't belong to anyone. She's no use to anybody but me. You adopt her, Mrs. Pierce. I'm sure a daughter would be a great amusement to you. Now don't make any more fuss. Take her
But
downstairs.
what's to become of her? Is she to be paid anything? Do be sensible, sir.
I will pay her whatever is necessary. Put it down in the housekeeping book. What on earth is she want with money? She'll have her food and her clothes. She'll only drink if you give her money.
Oh, you are a brilliant lie. No one's ever saw the sign of liquor on me.
Does it occur to you, Higgins, that the girl may have some feelings?
No? How many feelings we need, Baldergoth? Eliza?
I am my feeling same as everyone else.
You see the difficulty?
What difficulty?
To get her to talk grammar. The mere pronunciation is easy enough.
I don't want to talk grammar. I want to talk like a lady.
Will you please keep to the point, Mr. Higgins? I want to know in what terms is she to be here. Is she to have any wages? And what's to become of her after you've finished your teaching? You must think ahead a little.
Well, what's to become of her if I leave it in the gutter? Tell me that, Miss Pierce.
That's her own business and not yours, Mr. Higgins.
Well, when I'm done with her, we can throw her back into the gutter. And that'll be alright, Miss Pierce.
You have no feeling or ain't you? You don't care for nothing but yourself. Here I'm going. I've had enough of this. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you ought.
Have some chocolates, Liza.
Well, I know what might be in them. I've heard of girls being drugged by the like of you.
Pledge your good faith, Eliza. I eat one half. You eat the other. You shall have boxes of them, barrels of them every day. You shall live off them, eh?
I ate it. Only I'm too lazy like to take it out of my mouth.
Listen, Eliza. I think you said you came in a taxi.
Well, what if I did? I have a right to take taxis same as everyone else.
You have, Eliza. And in the future, you shall have as many taxis as you like. You shall go up and down and round the town in a taxi every day. Think of that, Eliza.
You're tempting the girl, Mr. Higgins. It's not right. She should think of the future.
And her age, nonsense. Time enough to think of the future when you haven't any future to think of. No, Eliza. Do as this lady does. Think of other people's futures, but never your own. Think of chocolates, and taxis, and gold, and diamonds.
I don't want no gold, no diamonds. I'm a good girl, I am.
You shall raise her, Eliza, under the care of Miss Pierce. You shall marry an officer in the guard, with a beautiful moustache, the son of a marquis who will disinherit him for marrying you, but will relent when he sees your beauty and goodness.
Excuse me, Higgins, but Mrs. Pierce is quite right. If this girl is to put herself in your hands for the next 6 months and experiment in teaching, she ought to understand thoroughly what she's doing.
How can she? She's incapable of understanding anything. Besides, do any of us know what we're doing? If we did, would we ever do it?
Very clever, Higgins, but not sound sense. Mr. Whittle,
There. It's all you get out of Eliza. Oh. No use explaining to her. As a military man, you ought to know that. You must give her her orders, that's what she wants. Eliza, you're to live here for the next 6 months and learning how to speak like a lady in a flower shop. If you're good and do whatever you're told, just sleep in a proper bedroom and have lots to eat and money to buy chocolates and take rides in taxis. If you're naughty and idle, you shall sleep in the back kitchen among the black beetles and be walked by Mrs. Pierce with a broomstick. At the end of the 6 months, you should go to Buckingham Palace in a carriage, beautifully dressed. If the king finds out you're not a lady, you'll be taken by the police to the Tower of London, where your head will be cut off as a warning to other presumptuous flower girls. If you're not found out, you shall have a present of 7 and 6 to start your life with. If you refuse this offer, you will be a most ungrateful and wicked girl, and the angels will weep for you. Now, are you satisfied, Pickering? Can I put it more plainly and fairly, Mrs. Pierce?
I think you'd better let me speak to the girl properly in private. I don't know if I can take charge of her or consent to the arrangement at all. Of course, I know you don't mean her any harm, but when you get what you call interested in people's accents, you never seem to think or care what may happen to them or you. Come with me, Eliza.
Thank you, Miss Pierce. Bundle her off to the bathroom.
Ah, you're a great fool, you are. I won't stay here if I don't like. I won't let nobody wallop mine. I've never been in trouble with police, not me.
Don't talk back to the gentleman. You don't understand him. Come with me.
Well, what I say is right. I won't go near the kid, not if I'm going to have my head cut off. I know I was letting myself in, but I never would have done it. And I never always say what if I had done nothing.
Excuse the straight question, Higgins, but are you a man of good character where women are concerned?
Have you ever met a man of good character where women are concerned?
Yes, very frequently.
Well, I haven't. I find that the moment I let a woman make friends with me, she becomes jealous, exacting, suspicious, and a damn nuisance. I find that the moment I let myself make friends with a woman, I become selfish and tyrannical. Women upset everything. I find the moment that you let them into your life, they're driving at one thing and you're driving at another.
And what, for example?
Oh, Lord knows. I suppose a woman wants to live her life, and a man wants to live his, and they both try to drag each other onto the wrong track. One wants to go north, the other south, and the result is they both end up going east, though they both hate the east winds. So, here I am, a confirmed old bachelor and likely to remain so.
Oh, come, Higgins, you know what I mean. If I'm to be in this business, I shall feel responsible for that girl. I hope it is understood that no advantage is to be taken of her position.
What? That thing? Sacred, I assure you. You see, she'll be a pupil, and teaching would be impossible unless pupils were sacred. I've taught scores of millionaires how to speak English. The best looking women in the world. I'm seasoned. They might as well have been blocks of wood. I might as well have been a block of wood. Well, is it all right, Miss Pierce?
I just wish to trouble you with a word, if I may, Mr. Higgins.
Certainly, come in. I don't bear no. Keep it as a curiosity.
Handle it carefully, sir. I did promise you not to burn it, but I had better put it in the oven for a while.
Thank you. Well, what have you to say to me?
Am I in the way?
Not at all, sir. Mr. Higgins, will you please be very particular with what you say before the girl?
Of course. I'm always particular about what I say. Why do you say this to me?
No, you're not at all particular when you've mislaid something, or you become a bit impatient. Now, it doesn't matter before me, I'm used to it, but you must not swear before the girl.
I swear? I never swear. I detest the habit. What the devil do you mean?
That's what I mean, sir. You swear a great deal too much. No, I don't mind your damning and blasting and what the devil, who the devil, where
Really,
the devil.
Miss Pierce, this language
But
from
there's
your
a
lips.
certain word I must ask you not to use. The girl has just used it herself because the bath was too hot. It begins with the same letter as bath. The girl knows no better. She learned it at her mother's knee, but she must not hear it from your lips.
I cannot charge myself with having never uttered it. Except perhaps in moments of extreme and justifiable excitement.
Only this morning you applied it to your boots and to the butter, to the brown bread.
Oh, that's mere alliteration, Miss Pierce. Now you're a poet.
Well, sir, whatever you choose to go in, I beg you not to let the girl hear you repeat it.
Oh, very well, is it all?
No, sir. We must be very particular with the girl as to personal cleanliness.
Certainly, quite right. Most important.
I mean not to be slovenly about her dress, or untidy in leaving things about.
I intended to call your attention to that. It's the little things that matter, Pickering. Take care of the pants, and the pounds will take care of themselves is just as true of personal habits as it is of money.
Yes, sir. Then might I ask you not to come down to breakfast in your dressing gown, and not to use it as a napkin to the extent that you do. And if you would be so good as not to eat all the food off the same plate. And to remember not to put the porridge saucepan out on your hand onto the clean tablecloth. It would be a better example to the girl. You know, you nearly choked on a fishbone only last week.
I may do these things sometimes in absence of mind, but surely I don't do them habitually. By the way, my dressing gown smells most damnably of benzene.
No doubt it does, Miss Higgins, but if you would only wipe
Oh,
your
very
fingers-
well, very well. I'll wipe them in my hair in the future.
I hope you're not offended, Mr. Higgins.
Not at all. Not at all. You're quite right, Miss Fierce. I'll be particularly careful before the girl. Is that all?
No, sir. Might she borrow some of the Japanese gowns you brought from abroad last year? I simply cannot put her back into her old things.
Certainly. Anything you like. Is that all?
Yes, sir. That is all.
You know, Pickering, that woman has the most extraordinary ideas about me. Here I am, a shy and diffident sort of man. I've never been able to feel really grown up and tremendous like other chaps. She is firmly persuaded that I'm an arbitrary, overbearing, bossing sort of person. I can't account for it.
If you please, sir, the trouble's beginning already. There's a dustman downstairs. Alfred Doolittle wants to see you. He says you have his daughter.
I say,
Send the blackguard on.
Very well, sir.
he may not be a blackguard, Higgins.
Nonsense, of course he's blackguard.